The Montreal Canadiens are a team on the rise, brimming with young talent and a future that looks increasingly bright. General Manager Kent Hughes has meticulously built a foundation, securing key players and accumulating assets that position the Habs for sustained success. Yet, in the ever-churning world of NHL speculation, a hypothetical scenario has emerged that, while seemingly outlandish, sparks a debate so profound it touches the very soul of the franchise: the acquisition of Sidney Crosby. This isn't a rumor born from official sources or leaked negotiations. This is a kind of audacious thought experiment that ignites fan bases and challenges conventional wisdom. An unnamed, passionate voice, likely an NHL analyst or insider, recently declared, "Montreal Canadiens fans right now, Michael Hage and a first-round pick for Sidney Crosby. Do you do it? Anyone in Pittsburgh who doesn't like this, you go to hell." This provocative statement encapsulates the sheer magnitude of such a hypothetical move, suggesting that for Montreal, the answer should be an unequivocal yes. The argument for pursuing Crosby, despite his age and the monumental cost, is rooted in Canadiens' current trajectory. Kent Hughes, the voice continues, "You've danced with Matthew Knies, you've danced with Marchenko, and you've danced with who knows? Maybe you called Detroit on Dylan Larkin." This highlights Hughes' demonstrated willingness to pursue high-end talent, to make aggressive moves that accelerate the team's competitive window. The Canadiens have the prospects, the draft picks, and a team that is clearly ready to make a move. The question then becomes, what Montreal Canadiens fan, with the prospect of Sidney Crosby donning the CH, would say no to that? The answer, according to this insider, is nobody. Come on, it's a party if they get Sidney Crosby. This hypothetical, while thrilling, clashes with prevailing sentiment regarding Crosby's future in Pittsburgh. NHL insiders, including the one quoted, largely believe that Crosby signing a new deal with the Penguins is inevitable. The smart money, they suggest, would be on Crosby inking an extension sometime between now and the middle of September. This timeline aligns with his past contract negotiations, a comfort zone for the future Hall of Famer. However, Crosby himself has offered a nuanced perspective on his contract situation, one that adds a layer of intrigue to any long-term planning. "Not at all," Crosby stated, referring to the idea of signing a long-term deal. "It's pretty obvious why I would just go year to year with the contracts. At the end of the day, I'm just going to do what's best for the team. It's got nothing to do with how long I want to play. It's not like that at all." This statement from Crosby is a game changer. It suggests a player prioritizing team flexibility and performance over personal long-term security, a rare and admirable stance in professional sports. While it doesn't explicitly open the door to a trade, it certainly doesn't slam it shut either. A year-to-year approach, driven by what's best for the team, could, in a highly unlikely scenario, eventually lead to a mutual parting of ways if the Penguins' competitive window closes and a rebuild becomes necessary. The case for acquiring Crosby, a hypothetical deep dive. Let's indulge the party scenario. What would Sidney Crosby bring to the Montreal Canadiens? Instantaneous championship contention. Crosby is a generational talent, a proven winner with 3 Stanley Cups, 2 Conn Smythe trophies, and 2 Hart trophies. His arrival would instantly elevate Montreal from a promising contender to a legitimate cup favorite. He transforms any lineup he joins. Unparalleled leadership and mentorship. Imagine the impact of Crosby in the locker room, guiding young stars like Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Uri Slavkovsky, and Ivan Demidov. His work ethic, his competitive fire, and his understanding of what it takes to win will be invaluable. He would accelerate the development of every player around him. Massive boost to the brand and fan engagement. Crosby in a Canadiens jersey would be an event. Ticket sales, merchandise, media attention, everything would skyrocket. It would be a shot of adrenaline for the most storied franchise in hockey, reigniting a passion that few players can inspire. Strategic flexibility. Crosby's way of Crosby truly prefers year-to-year deals. It offers Montreal a unique kind of flexibility. They wouldn't be tied to a massive, long-term contract for an aging superstar. They could evaluate his performance annually and make decisions that align with the team's evolving competitive window. The unfathomable cost and risks. The proposed package of Michael Hage and a first-round pick, while significant, is likely a starting point, not the full price. Asset depletion. Michael Hage is a highly touted prospect, a potential future top six center. A first-round pick is invaluable. Giving up these assets for a player in the twilight of his career, even Crosby, carries inherent risk. It depletes the future for immediate gain. Age and decline. Crosby is 39 years old. While he remains elite, age eventually catches up to everyone. A decline in production or an increase in injuries could turn a dream acquisition into a cap-crippling burden. Especially if his year-to-year deals still command a high AV. Cap implications. Even on a year-to-year deal, Crosby's salary would be substantial. Montreal has cap space, but absorbing a $10+ million hit for an aging player would limit their ability to sign other key players or make complementary moves. Pittsburgh's stance. The biggest hurdle remains the Penguins. Trading Crosby would be an organizational earthquake, a move that would likely only happen if Crosby explicitly requested it, or if the Penguins enter a full-scale, undeniable rebuild. Their public stance is that he's staying. Crosby's act philosophy, a deeper look. Crosby's statement about doing what's best for the team and preferring year-to-year contracts is fascinating. It speaks to a player who is acutely aware of the salary cap era and the need for flexibility. For a player of his stature, who has already earned generational wealth, the priority shifts from maximizing personal earnings to maximizing the team's chances of winning. This philosophy, while noble, could be interpreted in multiple ways. Loyalty to Pittsburgh. It could mean he wants to ensure the Penguins have cap space to build around him year by year, as long as he's there. Self-awareness. It could be an acknowledgement that his performance might eventually decline, and he doesn't want to burden the team with a long-term, overvalued contract. Control. It gives him ultimate control over his future, allowing him to retire gracefully or move to a contender if Pittsburgh's window truly closes. The unlikely reality. While the idea of Sidney Crosby in a Canadiens jersey is the stuff of dreams for many fans, the reality is that it remains an incredibly remote possibility. The Penguins are a proud franchise, and trading their captain, their icon, would be an almost unthinkable act unless forced by extraordinary circumstances. Crosby's own words, while offering flexibility, still suggest a deep commitment to his current team. However, the very existence of such a hypothetical underscores the Canadiens' transformation. They are no longer a team that simply dreams of drafting a superstar. They are a team with the assets and the strategic vision to be in the conversation for one, even if that conversation is currently confined to the realm of barstool debates and passionate fan speculation. Kent Hughes has shown he's willing to dance with big names. While a call to Pittsburgh for Crosby might be the ultimate dance, it's a testament to how far the Canadiens have come that such a scenario, however unlikely, can even be entertained. It's a sign that Montreal is back on the map, a destination for elite talent, and a team poised for a future that, with or without Crosby, promises to be incredibly exciting. So, Canadiens Nation, let's continue to dream. While the smart money is on Crosby staying in Pittsburgh, the fact that we can even have this conversation, that our team is seen as a potential landing spot for a player's caliber, speaks volumes. What do you think of Crosby's contract philosophy? Does it make a trade more or less likely in the distant future? And if the unthinkable ever happened, would you push all your chips to the center of the table for Sid the Kid? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of every strategic play, every audacious rumor, and every development that shapes the future of our beloved Montreal Canadiens, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Because in hockey, sometimes the wildest dreams are just a whisper away from becoming reality.